I'm Farese. I'm with Telcordia. I have a group that does software testing, and I'm going to talk about third-party services in software vulnerability testing, which is what we're here talking about. A little bit about Telcordia as I get going. Telcordia is a company that's been around for a few years. It actually was formed when the Bell system was broken up back in the early 80s. It initially was formed with the name Bell Communications Research. It was owned by the 7 regional Bells that fell out of that Bell system divestiture. And it existed that way, doing services and doing Bell Labs type think tank work for the regional phone companies until the mid-90s, when the companies, because of the onset of telecommunications competition, decided they didn't want to collectively own Bellcore anymore. They sold it off, and Bellcore basically remorphed itself in the late 90s as Telcordia Technologies, has advanced technology services, which is IP, multimedia, think tank type things, an operations service where they still service the in operations solutions, they still service the telephone companies with operations solutions. They did a number portability. They have a business that focuses on number portability, and a business that focuses on changing services in the security and also the service definition, demand services, and policy elements of mobile communications. The group I have is a signaling and switching analysis group. It's in an organization that we call Network and Product Integrity. It works within that Operation Solutions focus I mentioned. Network Product Integrity is responsible for testing products that go into telecommunications networks. We define some of the requirements for them. Some of them are actually, there was a note on Harry's area. One was a NEBS requirement that's basically defined in Telcordia, and we have a group that does NEBS testing. The group that I do testing with is a logical testing, software level testing, as opposed to the physical level testing that NEBS focuses on. And we are basically focused on making products better and putting products in networks that are better through our testing. We focused on conformance testing to protocols. Basically every element in North America and the Tier 1 carriers that has System 7 element has been through the Telcordia process and the Telcordia testing at one point or another, testing the level of the System 7 protocols. We do functional testing of the different services that are provided in the telecommunications networks. And basically we've, along the lines, seen that the model-based fuzzing is a natural extension of the work that we're doing, and that's why we're getting into this service nowadays. You may say, why a third party? I think some of the previous discussions have basically given a number of reasons. I'm just going to talk about a few of them here. We have some focused expertise in certain areas, maybe not the particular area that you may have expertise in, and we could help the testing there. Particularly one of the examples was given was if you buy third-party software and you may not have expertise in it, and we could test that for you. There's a testing discipline that's been developed in Telcordia that basically follows a process and regimented, repeatable tests, which you may find useful. You may have a product delivery problem where you say, we got to get this product out the door, we have to meet a vendor commitment. I think Harry talked about products coming through his lab and going through a process and a reiterative process and slowing down getting services delivered. Marcus talked about some of the same things. It's, we're in there committed to helping you get the products out the door. And you may just have a customer who says, I want a third-party view of this. There's lots of that, for example, that if you can't do your own testing, they want to see a third-party report on something to verify that it actually was an unbiased report. So those are various reasons, one of which may drive you towards thinking about using a third party, all of which may drive you towards using a third party. The Telcordia has a proven track record in the testing arena. It's been independent, unbiased testing for over 25 years, and we do quality focused testing. We look at the quality of the product, and in being unbiased, we're actually working, even issues we find are designed to help you make a better product. We are responsive to the customers that we service. We work with customers on an interactive basis. As we do our testing, we'll retest on a basis of helping the product get better out the door. And we're focusing on delivering a quality product into the telecommunications network that is something that is a mantra of what we do. So I'm real quick. I just want to say, you may say, well, if you're interested in this, you want to say, how do we get into using the Telcordia testing? And this is my contact information's up here. You can start with a simple call, email. We'll converse. I'll understand your needs. We'll come back with a targeted proposal as to geared towards meeting your needs, meeting the time frame that you want the testing done in, and working with you to just get that quality product out the door. There's a quick note here to the web page where we have the service offer posted, and there are also some brochures in the back if you want to take one of them, and that's basically it.